Hello everyone. In today's Python regular expressions tutorial, we're going to talk about match objects. Let's get started. If you recall from the last video, many of the matching operations that are supported by Python's RE module return instances of the match class, and these match objects give us some useful information about the section of the text that are matched by the regular expression pattern that we specify. Today's lesson is all about what we can do with these match objects that we get from functions and methods such as match, full match, search, etc. Let's start off by importing the RE module, as we always do. And now let's take a look at this cell of code right here. re.search is going to return either a match object or none. And in this case, we will store that value in a variable called mo, match object. You can obviously call this whatever you want, but I named this variable mo. So re.search, we're looking in this text right here, trying to determine where is, if it exists, where is a match for this pattern. Is there something in this text that matches ABC? And obviously we know there is an ABC right here. So when we print out mo, we can see a re.match object with span 3 to 6 matches ABC. But this is what we saw in the previous video. What if we want to access some of these information? What if we want to know where this is or what this specific text is? Now we can programmatically access these values using attributes and functions or methods of the match object that we get. So let's take a look at these lines one at a time. So mo.string is going to return this text right here, which may not be very useful, but sometimes it's a good idea to access the actual full text that we are looking to search for this pattern. So mo.string is going to print out this string right here. mo.group, now there's a lot more to mo.group than what we're going to cover in today's video. We'll talk more about it in a later tutorial, but for now, mo.group is going to return the section of this text that match this string or this pattern right here. In this case, we get ABC. Again, we'll talk about this a bit more in a later video, but for now, mo.group is going to return the section of this text that matches this pattern. mo.span, start, and end all return information about where this match is located in this text right here. So in this case, indexing, we can see this is an index of 0, 1, 2, and 3. So we know our match starts at an index of 3, and that is indeed what we see here. And then, a little bit unintuitively, we can't think about the end right here. We have to think one greater than the end of the substring. So ABC, we can look at one greater than the last value. So the exclamation mark right here has an index of 6, and that is going to be what is printed out right here. Another way to think about it is ABC has a length of 3. So you can add 3 to 3, which you get 6. So the difference between these two values is going to be the length of our substring. And the difference between these three methods is span is going to return a tuple with start and end, whereas start and end just return these two values individually. Another common task when using Python regular expressions is determining whether there is a match or not. So we don't care where the match is, we don't care what the match is, we just want to know, is there something in a string that matches this specific pattern? So in this case, what we can do is use the fact that re.search and other functions as well will return either a match object or none to our advantage. So re.search will return a match object if there is a match. Otherwise, it will return none. So what we can do here is we can use an if-else statement. If mo is a truthy value, notice there is no actual like equal sign or anything. So if mo is a truthy value, so it's a for example, it's a re.match object, then we'll print out there is a match. Otherwise, if it is a falsy value, so for example, none, then we will print out there is not a match. So in this case, we see ABC is indeed present in our text. So we'll print out the match object and we'll print out there is a match. On the other hand, if I, for example, take away the B right here, then there is no longer a match. We can see none, and because none is not a truthy value, we will run this block of code and see the output of there is not a match. To summarize today's lesson, now you know what you can do with match objects of Python's RE module when writing programs involving regular expressions. If you have any questions about today's lesson, feel free to leave them in the comment section down below. If you found today's video to be helpful, please consider subscribing down below and giving this video a thumbs up. With that said, thank you very much for watching today's tutorial, and I hope to see you in more videos in the future.